I'm meteorologist Carley Gomez. Christmas weekend is upon us, and as we move into Friday, we are now looking at dense fog scattered through northern California into the Central Valley. As it's continued to form into our overnight hours, we will see it lasting even up until lunchtime, moving into your Friday afternoon. Now, that dense fog advisory is in effect until 11 a.m., but we could see some areas where it lingers just a while longer. Now, winds should help us out, clearing some of that fog out of the way, but it's going to take a little bit longer to actually reach us, especially for some areas and spotty areas toward the foothills. Now, let's take a look at our visibility in miles as of Thursday evening. We are down to about a third of a mile in Marysville, and you can see that orange spot there up and down from Sacramento toward Marysville. A lot of this area here is just open land, of course, where it's been wet. We haven't seen cold air moving overhead, creating some of that thick and dense fog. We've gotten a lot of reports into our evening hours of crashes along 80. A lot of areas seeing crashes. Please take it nice and slow. We're seeing 1.5 miles in visibility on roadways and freeways around Sacramento. And of course, just a lot of spotty areas near Sonora, down south past Modesto, where we're just seeing thick fog. Now, this is expected to continue to start getting more dense into the early morning hours. Again, take it slow, but also make sure you're not using your brights. It becomes a reflector, and make sure your fog lights are on, your regular lights are on, and just make sure you're keeping an eye on any kind of headlights in front of you that may be suddenly coming to a stop. Now, moving to your lunchtime hours Friday, what we can anticipate, I know a lot of people are going to be on the roadways for Christmas weekend trying to get to their destinations, but we are going to see that fog lasting a while longer until we start seeing at least some of the winds picking up. Getting even up to 5 to 10 mile per hour winds will start helping us, but again, that's not going to be until lunchtime. You can see a lot of the stronger winds still just offshore trying to make their way in. Areas around the bay will be much better in terms of fog. Finally, as we get closer toward midnight into your Saturday, that's where we see the strong winds coming in now out of the northwest. Now, continuing on into your weekend, we'll see calm to light winds. But luckily, we shouldn't see too much of that fog or fog advisory in effect. We will actually start seeing a lot of these colder overnight lows moving from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. Again, that patchy morning fog may last until Saturday morning, but most of it, as mentioned, is really lingering just into your Friday morning. Mostly sunny this weekend, and then partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies rolling in for Christmas Day into Kwanzaa on that Tuesday. We'll look at chilly overnight lows in the mid-30s. Now, as we take a look at the low pressure system that passed us just 24 hours ago, it is still moving very slowly as a cutoff low pressure system just off the coastline. As it moves south, the circulation is pulling in moisture from the south, moving it north, and mostly centered around Los Angeles as of Thursday night. If you have plans to head to Southern California in the next 24 hours, be ready, as you will be facing some sort of showers at least along the coastline areas and especially along I-5 if you're headed in that direction. Let's take a look at our travel alerts. What we have in place here, of course, is that patchy morning fog for your Friday. Make sure your wipers are at least in good shape if you're heading to Southern California, and if you're heading through Northern California up toward Oregon, while you're going to be dealing with some areas of snow, potentially ice, and some rain as another storm system heads that way. This is Southern California, most of that exiting the region as we move into Saturday. So Friday is going to be the big day for showers if you're planning on traveling Friday. Saturday, much better if you can wait that long and move and head out that day on Saturday. You may be a lot better, but of course we are still looking at areas of fog, especially if you take a look from Fresno down toward Bakersfield. You can actually see a lot of that fog still continuing to form late in the evening hours. Now, here's the next system. If you move into Northern California and Oregon, this is where we're going to start tracking at least a cold front arriving. That's going to bring rain from the north and then eventually moving it south by 8 a.m. That should start passing areas like Grants Pass toward Medford, then eventually stopping right here into the Siskiyou Mountain Pass, where that's the highest elevation point, around 42 to 4,400 feet there. At 12:30 p.m., that's where we can see some of that snow and potential for a lot of those roadways to at least maybe see a minor closure or at least traffic delays. Hopefully everyone's prepared for that. As that passes on through, we should be good and clear through the night as they get things cleaned up there. No rain headed to the Pacific Northwest maybe until potentially moving into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But at this point, still looking a little iffy. Well, let's take a look here at what you can expect for your weekend. Your cookie forecast as you prepare those cookies for Santa, maybe Saturday or Sunday. You will be looking at temperatures for your Saturday around 49 degrees at 10 a.m., about 58 at 3 p.m. and 48 degrees at 7 p.m. If you had plans to maybe make a little bonfire outside, have some hot cocoa with those cookies and prepare them, we are looking at some sunshine this weekend. Into our futurecast radar, we're going to expect to see partly cloudy skies and mostly cloudy skies from Sunday to Monday. As we get toward December 27th, that Wednesday, we do see and track here in our futurecast model some potential for rain and even snow showers in the Sierra. This should be a little bit of a colder system coming in from the northwest. Moving toward New Year's and New Year's Eve, you're tracking just a little bit more rain just off the coastline there that may be making its way in for that Sunday into Monday. Of course, we know that's New Year's Eve, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that and continue tracking that for you. Looking into your holidays, Sunday, Christmas Eve, Monday, Christmas Day, and Tuesday. Kwanzaa, mid-50s to upper 50s. Now, we will see some sunshine out there in between some of the clouds, but Monday and Tuesday are looking a little bit more cloudy than at least Sunday. Looking into your foothill temperatures, upper 50s and mid-60s to low 60s out there. Some cold overnight lows in Arnold at 36 and 37 degrees in Twainhart. Now, for the Bay Area, a lot warmer overnight, of course, as they're dealing with that marine layer. Mid-40s to upper 40s overnight, mid-60s for the daytime high. And for your Friday in the valley, you'll see still seasonably warmer temperatures in the mid-60s. Usually we're sitting right around the mid to upper 50s this time of year. Right now we're still a little bit warm there in the mid-60s. Even overnight lows will still be warm in the mid-40s before dropping off into the 30s as we get into early Sunday morning and Monday morning. We'll still be seeing temperatures in those 30s even up until Kwanzaa there as you'll look at 50s and then upper 50s turning to maybe low 60s by the following weekend.